Welcome to my world. Good morning, guys. So right here we're jumping in with the dried pressed flour that I put in the bottom of the shell, and this time we're using deep pour magic resin. So that is already in the bottom of the snail. I'm sitting outside, so if you can hear the birds and the world around me, that's what it is. So I've added just a little bit of yellow tint to this because this yellow, or this this mold is, the snail's going to be focused on the yellows, and I'm going to go ahead and drop some of these pieces of clear. They're supposed to be imitation ice cubes, but what I'm trying to do is I want to weight down the flour, also give like the resin some, what's the term, dimension in there once it's cured. We're going to go ahead and add a little more of the Resin pigment to this. Like I said, we want yellow. We don't want like hardcore yellow, but we want yellow. And because it is deep pour, it's thin because it's a 2-to-1, and it takes a while for it to debubble. Now we're going to go ahead and add some of this. I'm not 100% what it's called, but it's I'm pretty sure that it is the sea glass pieces, because they're dull, they're not shiny, and they are in these colors here. You can see that the stones are pieces. Some of them are like hints of yellows and browns, and some are like not exactly clear. But I buy all this from Michael's, and this is Ashley brand, but I will try to find it and put a link in there, or at least find the department that it's sold in at Michael's and put a link in it. If you're watching me on my YouTube channel, you'll find everything in the description. I'm just making sure, because this mold I got in a couple of weeks ago from Temu. It's a little bit different from the Resin snail mold, and so the antennae and the eyes, they are a little bit larger, and I was just making sure that there were no bubbles and that the resin was down in there. I'm just going back and forth with the resin that has just a tint of yellow, and the resin that you see there that has the Resin pigment in it. I'm going to add some more once I stirred that around, encouraging no air bubbles. Ultimately, in the end, we're going to put this into the pressure pot. When I'm picking it up and kind of dropping it hard like that, it's encouraging everything to settle and bubbles to come up to the top. There I am pouring the rest of that yellow in. Because I do have a lot of filament in it, I do want to make sure that it has all the opportunity to lose the bubbles that may be stuck around it. Typically when I'm adding filament, I put the filament in the resin first, but since this is deep pour, it is thin, it is like water at this point because of the 2-to-1 ratio. So there's really not a reason to pre-dip my filament. Now here we are. Let's see what this looks like. Showing you that I used that from Michael's. Let's unmold it. And yes, you got a glimpse of the flower, but just wait, because this is a wow. It just turned out so perfect. You see how much larger those antennae and eyes are with this mold from Temu? Look at that flower. The flower comes from Temu as well. If you're watching me on YouTube, I'll make sure that you get the link to the flower, the deep pour, the mold, and the filament. Wow, guys. I mean, I don't even know how to express the... You see when you're looking through there, and once it's cured, the dimension and what the filament does to it. Now, we could have gone with crystal clear. That's fine. But I like filament.